In the first shot of the scene, we see a light bulb turning on where we get a wide shot of the main character, John Burt, underneath the street lamp, presenting that the street lamp just turned on while the main character was underneath it. We then see a number of shots of John looking down at his phone with information about the robbery, with text messages such as "stuff's in the case, no one home." As we see a number of shots zooming into the phone and seeing the message as this gives prior information about what will happen with the robbery. We also see a shot of the message easy, presenting the audience that John will think that this will be easy due to the message standing out. We then see John walking away with the title being presented while listening to the music from the beginning in the background, making it serious and mysterious. We then see John looking at the house across the street with a serious look as we see different angles of him walking across the street. And entering the house as we see a POV shot of him entering through the window. We then see a low angle of John falling to the ground and getting up as we see him begin his search for what he's looking for. He get we get to see a shot of John going to a door, listening to what's inside, where we get to see a pitch black shot with snoring in the background, presenting that the house owner is in a deep sleep. John continues through the house, being more relaxed due to the house owner being asleep, to which he reaches the kitchen. We see a mid shot of John grabbing a drink within the fridge and drinking it, presenting his youth and no care attitude, as he thinks he can do whatever he wants, such as taking a drink. We then see John look outside through the window, in which we see a shot of the light turning on, which the reaction of John being shocked. We then see a wide shot of the main character hiding while the house owner looks around the kitchen, to which we see a shot of the house owner who seems to be drunk, having no clue what's going on as he leaves with no question. We then see a shot of the main character throwing up in the bin, presenting his fear from the close encounter. We then see a POV shot of John looking around with heavy breathing while presenting his fear as he continues searching. We continue to see a PV shot of John walking as we see a light coming from the door, presenting that there is something valuable in the room, attracting John to enter. We see John enter the bedroom and search as we see this through a POV shot in which when he finds the case, we see a light coming out from it. We then see a mid shot of John opening the case, with light gleaming onto John's face, not showing what's inside it, but presenting its value with its light. In the same shot, however, we see the house owner close the door and turn on the lights, where we see him hold a knife while John does the same in return, as we hear them fight through the door but not see the fight, as it allows the audience to imagine what the fight can look like. When the fight's over, we see John run out as we get to see close ups of blood in the wall, a drop of blood on the floor, and a foot laying on the floor, presenting that the house owner died from the fight, as we hear sirens bridging in the next scene. We see John trying to exit the house, but can hear and see police outside the house with sirens and red blue lights, making John limp to the other way round as he is injured. We then see a mixture of shots of John limping outside into the garden as we see a POV shot and a wide shot of him trying to escape the building. We then see him trying and break through the garden gate as he uses his entire body, presenting he doesn't have much energy. We then see a wide shot of John exiting the garden and seeing the police officers in the background as they see him and chase him, to which we see a POV shot of the police officer catching the injured John. We then see a shot of John being slammed against the wall, with another shot of a close up of his hands being handcuffed. In the bedroom, we see police officer discover the dead body as we see a PV shot of what he sees, such as the blood on the floor and on the wall, as he radios the information to his colleagues. We then go outside and see the police police checking Joe's ID, in which one of the police officers tells the sergeant that they found something, so they bring John to the police car. The next shot, we see a low angle of the two police officers finding the body. In the final scene, we see the main character in the police car with emotions of anger as we see him breathing heavily and start to swear, in which we see him scream, ending the film with the music from the beginning of the film.